What is up, guys? Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs. Right now, we're talking about Mark Mitchell transferring from Duke to Mizzou. Before we talk about that, please, guys, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, leave us a comment, and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on X. Right, so Friday, coming into lunchtime, word comes out, Mark Mitchell coming to Mizzou from Duke. It's hard to overstate how big this is for Missouri. Missouri is getting a 6'8", 220-pound forward who can play a little wing. We'll talk about that. Coming from Duke, as I said, you want your connection to Missouri, this area? Well, Kansas City, Kansas native. So there you go. So not quite a homecoming, but pretty close. So yeah, 2-year starter at Duke. You look at the portal rankings, okay, and everybody's gotten pretty high. Rivals, they kind of update their portal rankings every now and again. And honestly, he just wasn't even in there. So, yeah, a little squirrely on that one, but yeah, a big win. He started all but one game that he was at Duke for, 67 out of 68. And this season averaged basically 12-6. And that's solid. Remember, this is a Duke team, made it to the Elite Eight, and he was not the guy on this team. When he entered the transfer portal, yeah, tons of people were after him. One of the biggest competitors would have been Kansas State. There was some thought he may end up with the Wildcats there. When you look at Mitchell's film, the first thing that you notice is just if he gets the ball near the rim, it's over. He's going to finish. It's a lot of power, athleticism, just combined to make him almost an unstoppable force down there once he gets in a good position. The athleticism and explosiveness is evident in every play you see him in. He's all over the place. And I don't know, it's hard to explain without seeing it. He just moves so much more powerfully, athletically. Explosive really is the best word. So he also is a capable outside shooter. His percentage dropped from 35% as a freshman, shot just under 30% as a sophomore. So lower than he would have liked, to be sure. But that's something that I think he's going to work on a lot. And I'll talk about why in just a second here. And, you know, rebounding. He's moving without the ball, lots of putbacks that I saw in the film package. It's in the description below, by the way. A lot of moving away from the ball. And what that led to was shots going up, and he's hard to box out because he is moving. And that led to a lot of putbacks. For Missouri, as I said at the beginning here, it's impossible to overstate how big this is. This is portal guy number 4 for Dennis Gates. And realistically, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4 positions on the floor that you could have your 4 starters are your 4 portal guys to this point. There's a world where that happens, I think. So huge there. We talked about rebounding for just a second. Well, Missouri's been awful at it. Mitchell's going to help with that some. And, offensive rebounding, second chance points, non existent so far for Dennis Gates to a certain extent, especially this past season. That looks to change. I think one of the big reasons that Mitchell was interested in Missouri to begin with, and probably a big selling point, is Dennis Gates probably said, look, you're going to be one of the best, maybe the best player on our team as soon as you show up. Former 5-star recruit, right? So he is going to have, I think, a higher usage rate than he did at Duke. There's no Kyle Filipowski to pass the ball to kind of lead the team. He might be the guy for this Missouri basketball team next season. So usage rate goes up, numbers go up, production, so forth. This is a guy who's talking NBA. There were those who thought after his freshman year, he might be a first-round pick. That's the kind of talent you're talking about. So after a season in which numbers were up, some numbers were up, some numbers were down. I think he wants to come back, and I think he wants to get better at shooting threes. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to play a little outside because at 6'8", 220, that's not an interior presence in the NBA. So I think that's something he's going to work on, which he's got the interior game to become a power guy, not a true center or anything, but a power guy at the collegiate level. Adding that outside game, if he can shoot, if he can regain that 35% percentage from three, look out. That's going to be almost impossible to guard. And well, Missouri doesn't have to do it because he's playing for them. So that's fantastic news for Dennis Gates. There's not that much left in the portal, guys. I think everyone's waiting to see what Javon Porter does. We'll see. Until that news breaks, or for everything else in the world of St. Louis sports, keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports. Thanks for watching.